Welcome back to the Journey of the Abandoned House, episode 24. This week is packed with a slew of tiny projects, but just one right after another, after another, after another. I had to make a punch list to get through it all, and you will see that punch list. You'll see it when it began, you'll see me cross things off, and then you'll see it just continue to grow. It's one heck of a week, all because I forgot about one very critical thing when it comes to scheduling. Yeah, you'll see. Well, let's get into it. Good morning. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day. I didn't even check the forecast. I woke up. It was wonderful. I took the new member of the family outside. Bet you can't guess who that is. Oh, yeah, you can. Whew. My daughter, who desperately wanted a new puppy, because my old dog, although a great dog, is just not agile enough for a little 4-year-old girl. When he was young, I'd just put my arms up and he would put his paws up on my shoulder and we could dance around the house, and which would be awesome for a little girl. Well, maybe because he's giant, so maybe not. Her best friend is a chicken. Chickens are her best friends. So we've been actively looking for a puppy and just been waiting for one to pop up at our Humane Society. So one popped up, we got a message, said, hey, their puppy came up, and I didn't even care what it was. I didn't care. My daughter talks about wanting a puppy every day. My wife says, you know where you are? Available, yes. I don't care. As long as it's not, that big, I don't care. It's to support the local Humane Society, which is super important. It's supporting our community. Get to the Humane Society, and they gave it all its shots and got it spayed, and so she's healthy and happy and going to a good home, and at least I think I have a good home. Yeah, so we're excited. Anyway, back to Frankie. Well, the week started out just like I've been doing most weeks, where I'm just thinking about getting ready for sheetrock and spray foam. And the way I like to organize my work is I like to be in one area of a house and then get everything done possible and then move into the next area, right? And I was doing that. I was in the primary suite here, knocking out all the punch list items that need to be done, denailing the ceiling, and putting the extra blocking in for the sheetrock, and doing the electrical, and finishing up all the little odds and ends. That all got done. Then I decided, well, there's a big hole right here. Maybe I should just frame that out and get that sheathed and get that finished. That makes sense. Just next spot over. So I did, and just as soon as I put this floor in, the sheathing in, the light bulb, it turned right on. So let me tell you what's going on behind me. I lost track of the calendar. I keep saying I'm getting ready for spray foam. Well, it's supposed to happen first week of May. That's next week. So somehow it dawned on me that I had to really focus on that, even though I was over there futzing with that floor. So I took one look at the front of the building, started at the front door, work my way around. Well, there's all kinds of details in the front here that were overlooked or just, postponed until later. Well, it's later now. So I cut a hole on this side, ran the wire up and around, cut a hole in this side, and the holes are there because of a future entranceway feature that's coming, hopefully. And if it doesn't happen, so be it. I can fix it later. But it'd be best to have it prepped for the future project if it happens, than having to cut out a bunch of foam and put the framing in and all that. So I'll just take care of it now, get it done. And then I had to do a little furring on this side, got that all set. So as he's, doing his thing, I'm gonna go look around and see what else I've missed. So in my mad dash to try to get this place ready for spray foam, I forgot to record this morning. So I had called my plumber friend and he's still coming to do the job, but he's not available for a while yet. And so I asked him, what size pipe do I need to run for this front wall? And because I need to run a vent stack out through the top here to tie it into the main stack. And so he told me what size I needed, and so I'm starting to install it. Now, by no means am I a plumber. I don't pretend to be a plumber. I don't like being a plumber, but I always get pigeonholed into doing small tasks here and there. And if you watched my channel, you'll see I've had to do it. But I don't enjoy it, and I can't wait to have a real plumber come in here and do this job. With that all said, I started pre-assembling, and now I'm primed or cleaned. I'm priming now and start gluing this stuff up. Hope you enjoy. Clean, 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 clean. Now I'll share with you everything that I know about plumbing. So this won't take long at all. And if there's any professional plumbers out there who want to critique what I'm doing, please feel free to do so. I am not afraid to learn. I've heard all kinds of versions of this. What do you guys think? Are you supposed to clean, prime, and glue? Or can you get away with just gluing? I don't think you'll ever change my mind, but I am curious to see what you say. What I know is when you insert the pipe, you twist it on its way in until it gets good and firm. The glue also acts like a lubricant. Make sure you get the thing seated in just as far as possible. When you're priming, it's really important to be even with your pressure on the pipe, be consistent all the way around. You want a consistent color around the whole pipe. My particular nature is that I don't want to see a ton of purple on my pipe. get good from the glue. There we go. Well, there you have it. The plumbing vent is set up for the kitchen now, and I have a drain pipe running down to the basement. I'll go ahead and put a 10-foot chunk in there so that the plumber can connect to that later. And I'll put another chunk up on top so that they can do the same thing. As long as it's out of the spray foam zone, I should be all set. It's snowing again. Check this out. Winter's just not giving up this year. May is next week, and she's snowing. All right, what was that? Bathroom blocking removal. Done. Thursday, last day before spray foam. I'm excited, a little scared, and a little ramped up. It's 22 degrees. It's not, the nicest to work in, but it's fine. The sun is out and it's gonna warm right up, and I'm excited about that. And today we're gonna start with the final walkthrough. And there's a lot of aspects to that. So let's just dive right in and get to it. For me, the final walkthrough has several aspects to it. One is to make sure you have an even plane for all your sheetrock. Now, because this wall had to be furrowed out so far, he's gonna spray here, he's gonna spray over the top of this, spray the thermal right from this side, and except for here. I still need to put a box in here, so I may have to run out at lunchtime. The floor is all cleaned up, so he doesn't have any tripping hazards or anything like that. Inside, between the studs, you can see right in there that there's a little bit of debris in there yet, and all the way through. I'll come through with a vacuum and get all that, because I don't like leaving my bays dirty. As someone who does renovations and new construction even, it's a pet peeve of mine. The bays should be clean. There shouldn't be any debris left over from construction. It's just the way I am. Is there any real functionality reasons? No, it's just professional. Be a professional. Have some pride. So that's what I do. Now, we got plumbing in. We already did that yesterday. The electric's in for the countertop. We have the framing over here, but that honestly could be done after. So put that on. Another thing I wanted to show is that this gap here between the building materials here and the wall, I may want to get this stuff out, because what I want to do is make this space as open as possible for the foamer to come in and get his rig in here and move around freely. Because the easier it is for the spray foamer, the easier, or I guess the more likely it is, that he's going to want to work with me in the future. And that's important to me. Building relationships with your subcontractors or your contractors is really important. The more you're part of the solution and not being part of the problem, the more likely you are to get him to respond again in the future. So prepping the space is huge. If he can come in here with his ladders and his baker scaffold or whatever he's going to use and make it through, the more likely it is that he's going to answer his phone the next time I call him. So when I was talking about building relationships, I have a set of rules that I live and work by, and one of those key rules is surround yourself with good people and good things will happen. And when you find someone you like to work with, take care of them, and they will certainly reciprocate Because in the future, when I have projects that are, you know, maybe they pop up real fast and there's an emergency where I need to open up something and get it sprayed and close it back up. Oh, I need to move all the sheetrock. Another rule that kind of goes along with surround yourself with good people and good things will happen is take care of those who take care of you. And the best way you can do that when it comes to this particular scenario, when I have a subcontractor coming in, is to make sure that I do everything in my power, that he has everything he needs, and I'm readily available during the project. And if he ever calls me up and says, you know, hey Sean, do you have a free day to come help me out with this? You know, I'll do everything I can to drop what I'm doing to make that happen. And because it reciprocates. Okay, I think that just about wraps up the entire top side of this. Well, how was that? Ran 3 errands in under an hour, ate my sandwich and banana, so I'll go finish my lunch and we'll get right back to this thing. All right, let me show you what I went shopping for. So I need a double gang box, which will go over there at the front door. I need a little bit of PVC to do some draining because I'm installing this guy, which is the washing or the washer dryer connection thingy. You know, technical terms thingy. And you got the exterior frost-free style petcock. I always install these. It's the code. Some people don't, but whatever. The way these work, it's really cool. So the typical hose bib you have on a traditional house or an older house, the valve, the physical valve, lives right here. These frost frees, the actual valve is in here. There's a rod that runs through this tube, and that's what actually connects it. And I don't know if you can see that. You can see it screw in there. That's where the actual valve is. So as you turn this, then that's what actually opens and closes the valve. So we'll go throw this guy in. When I was buying the other ones, due to COVID, I have a staircase. The they didn't have this size. So I purchased the other ones that I could install back then, and now they have the right one, just in time. Chiba, chiba. All right. Remember this wall? There we go. Pulling it up. Oh, I should put a dab of silicone on the back of that. Dang it. Got ahead of myself. Hold on. Put it all here. Silicone. Ah, here we go. In case you care, that's the brand I prefer, Lexel. So, the way I like to do these is I want to get the silicone around the tubing, but not so much that it spooges out. And I'll leave a little spot here, like a weep hole spot, like in a water pump. So if water does happen to get in there, it will have a spot to run out. It's still spooched out a little bit. And there is our fitting, right there. So now, thanks to COVID, this is the only fitting they had available to screw on here. Now I go, Yeah, I'm out of breath. That was intense doing that by yourself. Anyway, I was able to get it through. Basically, I ended up just using my paddle bit and cutting 3 holes in at a downward angle, and then a 3/4 hole going straight up, and I was able to join the two together and fish the line through. And then it goes, you probably can't see, but clearly to the other side of the basement. And that is called a home run. When you have a pipe or a wire or whatever you're running full length from the source, so whether it be the town water, which is what this is, to the point of usage. It does cost a little bit more in tubing and certainly in time, but it's the right thing to do. You have less points of leakage. You don't have any, secret fittings anywhere that could potentially leak in the future and take out a ceiling. And it gives the highest amount of flow to whatever point you're trying to use the water. So, I'm gonna get this connected to the petcock. Is that what you call it? Hose bib? I don't know. Whatever. The thing that delivers the water to the exterior of the building. I'm gonna hook that up. All right, now I'm in the laundry room. I'm trying to put the washing machine hookup in, which is this guy here. So you have your hot water, your cold water, and your drain. And I've already located down below where this bay ends up being. And if you notice, the plate is a lot lower than the floor. And if you remember, several weeks back, when I had to, I completely gutted this floor out and had to build really long tapered rips. From that far side, it's about 4 1/4 inches down to 2 5/8 in order to create a level plane. Now, what that has done is given me full finger depth of differential, which means in order to get a 2-inch pipe down through there, all I should have to do is be able to cut this bottom plate, take a chunk of that out, and then bore through the tapered shim that I had created, and that should give me exactly what I need. And while I'm here, I might as well grab this one screw out so I don't have to worry about cutting through that. And that should do it. I'm pretty optimistic about this. Hi! I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I am not a plumber. So, I'm gonna do this the best way I know how. I'm sure there's gonna be a problem with it, but it's gotta get done. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount this box. And I'm gonna temporarily just screw it in, one screw each, so that I can get height of it and get my pipe measurements. Okay. I guess there's really no reason I couldn't just screw that thing off. Okay. Oh, I guess that's a good reason to only have that tacked in. You see how much that moves? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That I will fix. I know I've got some strapping around here somewhere. Okay. Now it's just a chunk that I pulled right out of the trash can. Hang up this. Much, much better. All right, let's run some packs, shall we? Well, didn't make it. Thursday, pushed as hard as I could, and I could not get through that list. In fact, the list grew quite a bit. And today, I'm here, it's Friday, and I'm gonna push through as hard as I can and hopefully get through everything today. Because today, it's family movie night, and I'm not gonna miss whatever my daughter has in store for me tonight. So, start right off the bat. I'm gonna run the electric for the dryer, for the washer and dryer space here, and get that ran, and then go to the list and see what else I've got. You don't mind if I sit down for this one, do you? It was a hard week. I punched out a lot of work in a short period of time. Still can't believe I didn't realize how late it was in the month. Oh well. Well, let's check off our list. What do we have left? Front hose bib, done. A little more complicated than just throwing on a hose bib, but it's fine. It's over. It's done. What's we got? Move. Yep. Oh, on that hose bib thing, I ended up having to do a little jockey with the hose bibs.
one I have in the driveway was a 12-inch, so I wanted to deep into the adjacent wall. And the one I had at the front was only 6-inch, because I originally was going to come through right in the face of the building. And I decided, well, you know, that's not the most attractive thing to have a hose just right there. So in that little alcove that was there, I thought, well, that'd be a nice place to kind of hide it. So I did. When I did that, I had to drill through the exterior of the building, the block, of course, and 2 floor joists, just the way that section is framed out. And so I ended up having to pull that 12-incher from the driveway, put it in the front yard, and 6-inchers put in the driveway one. And it worked out. So I didn't have to go to the plumbing store again. And what's going on here? So we have left. We have some mortar work to do in the bike room, and that little room that has the entrance door, or exit door, I guess, or whatever, to the backyard. And so that's needs to be done. It's gonna be below freezing tonight, so I can't do it today. And electrical for the hallway. If I get here early enough on Monday and start pushing these items out, I should be able to stay in front of the spray foamer. And I think I've got it. I think I did it. It's exciting. It was a heck of a chore to get through all this. Well, something else to be aware of, I guess I just say, I've got some bad news. To all you loyalists that like watching this project, I'm gonna have to disappear for a little bit. I have a customer that I need to go do a project for, and it's only 8 minutes from Frankie, so if I need to pop in to help out the spray foamer, or talk to a plumber or a heating guy or whatever, I can pop right over. So that's really good. But I really need to get on that project. So I'm gonna disappear for a few weeks. You guys might not hear from me. Well, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode and watching me just run around like a chicken with his head cut off. And if you did like it, hammer that like button. Maybe subscribe. I'm at 99. One more and I hit triple digits. Just one more. So if you enjoyed the journey, go ahead, follow along here. And if you want to check out that customer's house that I'll be working at, you hit this video here. All right, guys. I can't say I'll catch you up next week, but I will certainly catch you up as soon as I can.